So you want to come to Alaska, work during the summer, and make some money while experiencing the Alaskan outdoors without any snow and minus 40 temperatures? It's almost easier done than said. I'm not going to talk about getting jobs on cruises, but instead I'm going to focus on small towns on the coast as well as in the interior of Alaska. These are ideal summer jobs for foreigners as well as for Americans of all ages. Seasonal work in towns along the coast will involve working on fishing boats and working jobs along the docks. There will also be jobs on some of the local boat tours and in most of the restaurants and all of the hotels in the towns. But depending on the size of these towns, and most are very small, there are a limited number of jobs. I would recommend applying for these summer jobs as early as January. Many of these small towns are also going to be more remote, so you won't be able to see much of Alaska while you're there, except for the immediate surrounding areas. You don't have a lot of free time to travel around when you're doing seasonal work, so that's something you have to keep in mind if you choose to do this. Seasonal work in the interior of Alaska is going to be a little different and more fun for most people. It's also easier to get jobs here, and you're closer to other parts of Alaska that you can travel to during your free days. If we just talk about working in and around Denali National Park, there's a larger variety of all kinds of jobs regardless of your experience. And the companies in these areas are extremely understaffed throughout most of the tourist season. I would also recommend applying for these jobs as early as January to make sure you get what you want to get. But even if you applied as late as May, you'll still find a job at one of the companies. The only bad thing about waiting until May to apply for these jobs is that you'll be rushing to get to Alaska and would have to start working the minute you get here without having a few days to enjoy anything or to get settled in. The types of jobs that are available would be anything from being a waitress or waiter or dishwasher in cafes and restaurants, receptionist, or just cleaning rooms at any of the lodges and motels. Jobs working inside the park at the Tourist Information Center or greeting tourists as they arrive in Denali are also always available. You can work at the train station as a cashier along with many other jobs there. And some of the lodges and hotels need drivers to bring tourists back and forth to the park or other events. CDL drivers are also needed during this time. That's just to name a few of the jobs that would be available in the interior of Alaska during the summer. The other benefit from these jobs, regardless of your age, is most of these jobs include housing, so you don't have to worry about finding places to rent before you get here. You don't need to be in Alaska to apply for these jobs. You can apply for these jobs online, and many times the interviews will be done with a video call or a simple phone call. Whether you're located in Florida or Texas or Bangladesh or the Philippines or any other country in the world, it's really that simple to get a seasonal job in Alaska during the summer. If you're interested in working a seasonal job in Alaska, just search Google for jobs in Denali National Park or in any town of your choice, and you'll probably find something that you'd love to do. There are also many Facebook groups where all types of seasonal jobs in Alaska are listed on.